One thing for sure, Jamaica is in Africa. I don't care what the geographers say, because
What's up everyone? Welcome back to our channel. So today guys, I'm back with yet another video. It's an interesting topic. I've seen Africans genuinely shocked, even hurt. Some are really genuinely hurt when they find out that Jamaica is not in Africa. Some laugh, some argue, and some honestly feel disappointed. In this video, we are going to find out why that is the reason. So guys, watch these videos that I've compiled here until the end, and then we'll dive right in.
one thing for sure, Jamaica is in Africa. I don't care what the geographers say, because do you know how much that scarred me when I was 10? Do you understand? I'm sorry.
This is spiritual. The love Africans have for Jamaicans, it's really, really spiritual, people. I know a lot of you are going to think that's crazy, but that is true. It's like you cannot convince an African at some point in their lives that Jamaica is not an African country. They will literally pull out pictures of Jamaicans and they'll say, yeah, and they are African. Then you'll say to them, okay, point where they are in Africa, and then they'll be all blank and they'll be traumatized when they discover that Jamaica is actually an island in the Caribbean. I was traumatized when I discovered that, so I'm talking from experience. So then my ancestors say to me, it's spiritual. The connection between Jamaicans and Africans is spiritual. That connection that broke between African Americans and Africans because of slavery did not break with Jamaicans. It remained like the cord, the umbilical cord between the Africans and the African Americans. It broke during slavery, but it did not break with the Jamaicans. It remained strong. They remained tagged into the source. So what was the reason? What is the reason that they were tagged into the source and remained tagged into the source? The women, they had very strong metaphysical scientists who were women, and they were like leading them. It's almost like one of their leaders, one of their very first leaders who did what she did. I think I remember her name. Wherever she was very, very metaphysically strong. She did rituals along with others which kept the cord, the umbilical cord, intact, because she thought one day they were going to be able to get on boats and go home, and she didn't want to lose that connection. Literally, yeah, I'm listening to them talking. Literally, that's why for Africans, Jamaica is in Africa, no matter what. It's a spiritual connection that has remained over hundreds of years and will remain for eternity. Isn't that fascinating? I think that's amazing. I think that's cool. And yes, I still think it's a travesty that Jamaica is not in Africa.
Nope. No. I refuse. What do you mean Jamaica is not in Africa? What do you mean Jamaica is not in Africa? No. No. I refuse to believe it. No. I am not accepting that shame. Angeke. No. How? No.
Why am I just finding this out? Why? And I was seriously ready to argue with my friends. My friend was telling me and I was like, bro, you're lying. I was laughing at her. Why? Anytime I tell people, oh, I'm from Nigeria, they're like, oh, I have a friend from Jamaica. It's not even in Africa. Why didn't I know that? Why didn't you go tell me that?
Jamaica not being in Africa doesn't make sense to me. It's like 77 plus 33 is not 100. Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
I cannot believe I have to fucking make this video again. Okay, right? So, for my ignorant people out there, for my geographically challenged people out there, I have some crazy news, right? Jamaica is not in Africa. Jamaica is not in fucking Africa, okay? I don't know. I just thought growing up that everybody knew geography growing up. I don't know why it was just me. Maybe it's just one of my like autistic niches, but I'm back home in Korea now, but I was literally in Thailand this morning and some guy at the airport, he's like, oh my God, where are you from? I think he was Thai. I'm like, yeah, man, Jamaica, I come from here. I don't know Jamaica, I come from here to the bone. Must say, in Africa? You know, I lived in Asia for like 5 years now. I'm used to it. It's nothing major. I'm not mad. It's not that deep. But out of all the places I've been to, this is crazy, right? This is crazy. This is a shock. Asia might be the worst when it comes to geography. Where are the schools? You know, what are y'all, like, learning? Do y'all just not know that there are other black people outside of America and Africa? Like, what is going on? And it's not just Asia specifically. My African friend, Katie, this is about you, yeah. Yeah, this is about you. Half Nigerian, half Japanese girl, right? We're going to the movies one day. She's like, Ezra, you never been to Africa? I'm like, Katie, why? How would I have the opportunity to go to Africa? Like, why would I be in Africa? She's like, aren't you African? And then proceeds to tell me that all her friends in Africa think Jamaica is in Africa. Cultural erasure. So this is a PSA for absolutely fucking everybody who is ignorant about geography. Jamaica is in the Caribbean, you know. Right under North America, right above South America, right next to Central. I can't take it, man. I like the ignorance. Open up the school, them. If you do a DNA test on me, yes, it will come back to Africa because, you know, slavery. But it's been a while since then. Jamaica has its own culture, own people, own language, own traditions. Educate yourselves.
Growing up, I used to think that Jamaica was part of Africa. I'm a Nigerian myself, and I don't know why. I always just thought that Jamaica was somewhere in Africa. I don't know why.
But by heart, I'm Ghanaian, and by mind, I'm Jamaican.
And sorry, come again.
I'm fully Nigerian.
Yeah.
But by heart.
What is it with people wanting to like claim Jamaican like?
You know what it is? I don't even want to claim Jamaica, but I just like their music.
Where's it come from?
It's because I like their music, so I feel like I'm now a part of them.
So when we were kids, we used to like Taylor Swift, so that was you know why?
These African people always trying to beg it. Like,
wait, you think you're...
So I think it's safe to say that there are a few Africans growing up who genuinely thought that Jamaica was in Africa. And I am guilty. I am one of those people who genuinely thought Jamaica was an African country. And I remember growing up, my dad used to play Bob Marley so much. And on top of that, the vinyl, we used to call it LPs, the cover was clearly a black African man. So it didn't make sense that if anyone had to tell me, no, this man is not in Africa or from Africa, you know, he's obviously African, but that Jamaica's not in Africa. Made no sense. But I know better now, guys. I'm grown up, but I do know something. So there's this other African country, and they do not consider themselves black. I don't even know if they think they're African. It's a blue flag, and no, it's not Botswana, but maybe if we can like swap them with the Caribbean. Just a thought. Use it, don't use it.
Ain't Jamaicans Nigerians?
No.
No, but they're saying that.
Calm down.
They're saying.
They're saying that most of us is like
they're saying that
most of us are
Jamaicans in
Ghanaian.
Nigeria.
Most of us are Ghanaian.
No, I'm Nigerian.
Yeah, so when I done my ancestry, so the first speaking about Jamaica, because a lot of Africans love this argument, and as
I hate when Caribbeans say Africans. Something about that grinds my gears.
Why?
Because you know Africa's just so big, but
it's a continent.
I was just so used to school.
Okay, a lot of West Africans have this concept because slaves were taken from West Africa and dropped in the Caribbean. One must understand, there were people there first.
Yeah.
There were people there first. Even on the Jamaican coat of arms, there are Indians there. And people be like, oh, so where did the Indians come from? This is the West Indies. This is the West Indies. This is West India. This is the West Indies.
It's her research for me.
Yeah.
Nah, it's true.
The same people that were they called the Red Indians in America, like those kind of people were in the Caribbean first.
You talk about the natives.
The natives, yes, and the natives weren't just the Indians.
You don't want to be African.
There was the Taino, there was the
Oh, that's why
Arawak,
I saw
there was the Arawak Indians,
Mhm.
there was the Caribs, there was different tribes of Indians on different islands doing different things. Do you get what I'm saying? Then you've dropped in the slaves in there as well. Do you get what I'm saying? On top of that, after World War II, they moved Germans over there. Do you get what I'm saying? They moved Scottish people, so that the people that were involved in slavery stayed there. They didn't just drop them there. It weren't just an island full of black people and we're gone. Someone had to govern that. Them man are fucking slaves as well. Do you get what I'm saying? So everyone's mixing. So like even the Jamaican coat of arms, it says out of many, one people. Because we've got a massive mix of people. Like you could never look at my granddad, who is fully Jamaican, like going back generations, and say that you're African. My mum's dad was a fully Indian man. I used to call him Indian. He's like, you stupid, I'm not Indian, I'm Jamaican. Do you get what I'm saying? But
Okay.
remember, culturally, these lot are not identifying as Indian,
Oh,
but they were always there.
This whole time I thought Jamaica was part of Africa. Last year I went to a Jamaican restaurant to go buy some Jamaican food. And the lady had a Jamaican accent and we got to talking. And then I was like, are you from Africa? She goes, no. And I was like, this bitch really thinks I'm dumb. Doesn't she know I can hear her accent? And in my mind, like when I left there, in my mind the whole time I was just laughing to myself, like this girl really doesn't want to say she's African. Meanwhile, I can hear her accent. She's obviously African. So I tell my brother the story. And then my brother tells me that, yo, Jamaica is not part of Africa.
Jamaica was in Africa. Jamaica was a volcano. Jamaica is not in Africa. I don't really know what to tell you guys. I think that's just geography.
South Africans are okay with things not making sense. For example, Jamaica's not in Africa, Haiti's not in Africa, Brazil's not in Africa, but I've come across some South Africans that in theory know this, but in reality, like, they don't compute it or process it, right? For example, I'll tell people about my Jamaican friends. I'll be like, oh my gosh, like, Jamaicans have housed me and made me feel more welcome and helped my transition a lot more than, some African people. And they'll be like, why are you separating Jamaicans from Africans? Is Jamaica not in Africa? I'm like, bro, we were in the same geography class. You know that Jamaica is not in Africa. And then people would have to dig in their knowledge and be like, oh my gosh, in theory, yes, I do know that it's not in Africa. But the way that Jamaican culture, Haitian culture, even some people think that Brazil, not as often Brazil comes up, but some people do think that Brazil is in Africa. Like, they would know it in theory that it's not in Africa, but then practically and realistically, like, their brains just see these cultures, the spirituality within these cultures, the expression, the color, the ceremoniousness, the way that Africans feel loved when they're in these countries, and they'll be like, yeah, this must be an African person, even though the theory we learned in class is cognitively dissonant to that, or it is incongruent to the information that their brain feeds them. And I find that so fascinating. And I think then when you approach the African continent or South Africa, knowing that things make sense not making sense, knowing that people can maneuver the countries in the world in their heads to make sense of identity in the world, I think it lets you approach South African ignorance differently and South African history and political context differently, because there is a context as to why people think that Jamaica is in Africa. And it's not everyone, it's some people, it's probably a minority before people come at me. But yeah, I hope I'm making sense.
Let me lighten the mood real quick. So it's a lot of people that grew up in Africa, right, that really thought Jamaica was in Africa. And it's all right. I'm gonna make your dream come true. Look. Jamaica is really in Africa. You have Jamaica right here. You see the island of Jamaica, and this is the continent of Africa. Jamaica is in Africa. Now listen to nobody. We are one. Love. Big up to the people.
Jamaica's not in Africa, is it?
Sorry?
Jamaica's not. No, it's not. Tell me.
What?
Start again.
No, we're not going to start again. We're going to keep this in.
No, I need to clarify. What? It's around the area, though.
What?
Where?
I'm listening.
You're trying to get me in trouble.
No, I'm not going.
Jamaica.
Yeah.
Is basically one of the Canary Islands? No, not Canaries, is it? The Grand Canaries.
What?
No, Jamaica.
You don't know where Jamaica is?
Cranberry Islands.
What? Cranberry. The Caribbean. Cranberry. Cranberry Islands, guys.
Oh, the Caribbean.
Yes.
Caribbean. And then Africa is further.
Is in Africa.
Which
It's a
is
different continent.
obviously different area, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
So what continent is Jamaica in then?
I don't know what it'd fall under.
It would have originally been attached to a continent. If you want to be smart.
Cranberry Islands. Good. It's North America.
See? Who would have known that Jamaica's actually American? You're
Right.
American.
All right, cool.
You're
Come on,
American.
Right,
No,
this is the first
don't
one.
gloss over that one. Go back and address that.
All right.
You're American.
All right, it's a North American. Yeah. okay.
African American.
Three countries in Africa.
Nigeria, Liberia, Ghana.
Okay.
Period.
Come on, you got this.
Where
you from, though?
Nigeria.
Okay, bad.
I'm from South Carolina. You know I failed geography.
You can't tell. Give me two.
Nigeria.
No, apart from what she said.
This is so sad. Jamaica. Is Jamaica in Africa?
Where you from?
Houston.
I'm from Nigeria though.
Give me three countries in Africa.
Nigeria, Liberia, and Sudan.
Nigeria.
You can't mention what he said.
I'm from Nigeria though.
That means you have to probably know 10 of it. So.
Okay. Ghana. Let me think.
It's too Nigerian to be thinking.
Yeah. Jamaica.
Jamaica, okay.
Can you name me 3 African languages?
Absolutely not. African,
Yeah.
Nigerian, Jamaican.
That was spot on. I think you was the only one that was correct.
This is a question. This question is only for Africans. This question is only for Africans. When did you guys realize or found out that Jamaica was not in Africa? When did you guys realize or found out that Jamaica was not in Africa? Because this is something new to me, and I found out today that a few Africans told me today that they thought Jamaica was in Africa. So I want to know, when did you guys find out?
Thank you for staying with us until the end, guys. So today, let's talk about Jamaica. Jamaica and a connection to Africa that geography doesn't seem to really explain. You'll hear Africans say, but Jamaica looks African. No, Jamaica is in Africa, bro. Can't lie to me. Jamaica is in Africa. They sound African though. Their energy feels African. Yeah. So when someone finally says Jamaica is in the Caribbean, it's not in Africa, it just feels so wrong. People, everyone gets shocked. No, how come? It doesn't really add up, you know. That's what many people react like. Let's make this personal for a second, you know. So growing up in Kenya, especially in high school, I remember dancehall music. Dancehall music used to rule. So we vibed to rhythms, we knew all the lyrics, we followed every new release. We had dance groups, you know, artists like Vibes Cartel, who we called the teacher. We used to love Vibes, Popcorn, Conscience, Mavado, you know. And these were foreign artists to us. They weren't foreign artists to us. We had and still have dance groups who are dedicated purely to dancehall. They know how to dance to this music. So guys, reggae music too. I can't forget about reggae music. I always, even now, I listen to reggae music. Very many people listen to reggae musics, and they know the songs word for word, you know, in buses, homes, at parties. Even when there's a party next door, they have to play a Jamaican song, a dancehall song, reggae song, and people know these songs word for word. So when a Jamaican artist comes and performs in Kenya, they love the place because the vibe there, it's different. They know them because Kenyans treat Jamaicans like one of them. That music, it raised us. That's what I can say. So when Africans grow up immersed in Jamaican music and culture, it creates that mental connection, spiritual connection. And Jamaica, of course, may not be in Africa geographically. Of course, yeah, it's not. For those who didn't know, let me break this bad news to you. It's not in Africa. So historically, most Jamaicans descend from West and Central Africa. That's a fact. They were taken during the slave trade. So that's why, of course, the culture didn't disappear. It survived. That's why the connection normally feels natural. Drumming themes, they are the culture, they are the drumming themes, it's African. Storytelling through music in Jamaica, it's also done here in Africa. So that's why it always seems like it's the same thing. Even Rastafarians, it draws deeply from African identity, especially my neighboring country here, Ethiopia. So Africans don't connect to Jamaica by accident. It's ancestral memory. But let's just be clear. Jamaica is not copying Africa. Jamaica, they created something new. We have the reggae, dancehall, which is in Jamaica. Of course, we have the patois. We have, there's a global influence far beyond its size. From Jamaica, they have a really great global influence. That originality is why Jamaica is respected worldwide. You can always say anything you want, but Jamaica has respect worldwide. For many Africans, a Jamaican feels like family separated by history. People are like, why can't they just bring back Jamaica to Africa? And it's like, no, it's not possible. But finding out Jamaica isn't physically in Africa, it can feel like a loss. I can tell you this. People get sad. You've seen in the videos, like the umbilical cord was left in Africa. People are saying we are connected spiritually. I'm from this country, but the connection is spiritual. I can't explain it. It's not all because of ignorance. Some people say, go and read your books, read your geography. I don't know what. Who taught you geography? Your education system is tainted. No, it's more than the education system. They know, yes, but they really can't. They don't want to believe it because they love Jamaica so much. Africa is not just a place, it's people, memory, and culture. Jamaica doesn't need to be in Africa to be connected to Africa. The bond is real and it goes both ways between Jamaica and Africa. Guys, if this video spoke to you, like it, share it, and subscribe to our channel because we'll be back with more. Also, guys, tell me down in the comments, when did you know that Jamaica is not in Africa? Or is it today the first time? Am I breaking this news to you? If so, I'm sorry, but tell me in the comments. Peace out, guys. Thank you for watching.